In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a bit more complicated animation by animating with shape keys. So I have my model here, and I appended these lungs from Anatomy, and I went through and I cleaned it up so it can be exactly how I want it to be. My end goal is to animate lungs inflating equally on both sides. So in order to do that, I want to use a modifier. So I'm going to click on this left lung here, make sure that that's selected. I'm going to go down to modifier properties. It's a little blue wrench. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to add a mirror modifier. So as you can see, it mirrors what I've had here. So anything that I do to this side is going to happen to this side. Because I want these to animate equally at the same time, I want to make sure that I have this mirror modifier before I start to do anything. So now I have that. I'm going to go down here and do select object data properties. It's this little green triangle. And here we can see our shape keys window. So I'm going to make sure that I'm in object mode, and I'm going to press this little plus sign and create our bases shape key. You can name this whatever you want to name it, but this is our starting off point, so I like to use what they give me here. Then I'm going to add another one. So this is where I want the animation to end. So I'm going to name it inflate. So I'm going to have this second key here still selected in this window, and I'm going to have this, the layer that I want to animate, also selected. I'm going to go to edit mode. Now in edit mode, an easy way to grab all these vertices is to use the circle select. So I'm going to press C on my keyboard, and I'm going to get this circle, and I'm just going to click and drag over the areas that I want to manipulate in my animation. To get off a circle select, you right click, and you can move around like normal. I'm going to make sure that I have the back also selected. Clean up any extra vertices that I don't want to move. And then I'm just going to move this outwards like that. I'm going to pull this top area out a little bit more. This is not anatomically correct, just doing what feels right. Go. Alright, now we have our lungs pulled out to where we want them to be. I'm going to go back to object mode, and you're going to see the lungs snap back to their original position. That's totally fine. To see what you just did, go over to this value section right here and just pull this, and you can see the move that we just did. You can see the little animation. So our basis is a value of 0, and our inflate is a value of 1. So we have these two benchmarks sort of planned out here. Now it's time to lay these keyframes down and create our animation. So I'm just pulling up this timeline. You can create a window and make sure your editor type is in timeline. You can change the timeline here. I want my animation to begin about right there. I'm going to go back down to value, and I'm going to click the little dot to the right to lay that keyframe down, and I want it to inflate around 50 frames in. So I'm going to make sure that my value is 1. I'm going to lay that keyframe down. And let's play it. Nice. Then I can just copy and paste down the line. And that is how you animate using shape keys.